is Tarron with Twisted Mesquite Performance Horses. We are on a mission to create a world-class 2-year-old program that specializes in the ring cow horse. This week we're doing a review with Cairo. This is his 4th week in our program. We're going to go over the exercises that we've been working on for this week. Some of them we started last week and we've continued to work on them for this week. We just wanted to go over them and kind of show where he's at. So last week we started doing these exercises, bending out of walk, and started our bending transitions as well. So this week we've been refining those, working on refining those. I want to, get a little more softness out of him, a little more bend out of him, and make sure that we continue to walk this circle. See, I pick up and I put my foot in him, and I'm waiting for him to walk in that circle and to bring that nose back to me and get soft. And then I'll give it back to him. Let him walk a little bit, and then I'll pick it up again. Wait till he gets in that circle, walking around, and gives that nose to me. There. Same way with this side. So I really like how soft these colts are getting, how responsive they're getting. Next week we're going to be working on some more steering exercises at the lope, which that's one thing that all of these colts need a bunch of right now, is just loping and getting some miles under their feet, to where we can steer them really well at that quicker pace. All of these colts that are kind of at the same place, they steer really well at the walk and trot, and so we need to we're going to start these exercises that help them steer better at the lope. And so, but we're going to finish what we're working on for this week, because it's foundational for next. So that transition down, back down to that walk from a trot. There. And we're going to trot out. Do the same on this side. We've been continuing to do our groundwork with him as well. Some of these videos we have, a few shots from doing his groundwork that I bet will probably be in the first of this video. We're continuing to do that before each work. There might be a day at the end of the week that I just go and I don't do any groundwork, and I just get on them and ride them. And I like to kind of see where they are mentally without doing any groundwork with them, and just kind of seeing where they are. And a lot of these colts at this point, if you didn't do any groundwork with them, you'd be fine. Unless you had a really cold day or something just like that, where you might want to use your groundwork just to kind of get the freshness out of that horse. But okay, so what we started working on this week is vertical flexion at the standstill. And so what that is I'm going to pick up on these reins, take them to my knees, and wait till he gives to me. He's soft. I'm not looking for a specific headset right now, or him to lower his head and neck specifically. I'm just looking to get a soft feel from those reins. And so again, I'm going to pick up on those reins, take them to my knees, and wait till he gives to both reins. I feel it soft in my hands, and I'm going to give that back to him. And so this is just how we teach it. You know, we teach it at the standstill, just like we taught flexing at the standstill, and then we take it into this next exercise. So this is how we're going to start teaching this colt and all of them how to stop two-handed. And this is just the start of it. We're able to refine as we go and get it, just make it more streamlined. But this is how we're teaching it. I really like the result that it produces. It produces a horse that when you pick up on the reins, that horse gets soft and stops his feet, and he gives you his head, and he's not fighting and resisting against your hands. So there's no resistance right there. And then we're able to progress from there and add a backup into that stop to get that stop better. And then we're able to, you know, add some more backing exercises that helps that even more. You know, add some drawing down to the walk exercises that help bring that horse back down to me. You know, we're able to add from there. But I love what, you know, this method of teaching a horse to stop, I love what it has produced for us so far. And as we get better, it continues. As we get better, as my feel gets better, as you know, we get a better understanding of how to ask these horses and what we're looking for, a better understanding of how these older horses have progressed. You know, we just continue to get better and better with it, and we're able to produce a better quality in a shorter amount of time. So, but it's just like at the standstill, I take my feet off of him, I sit down, and then I pick up on those reins. And then I want to, after he gets soft, I want to flex both sides, and then we're going to go off again. We're going to spend plenty of time doing this at our slower speeds so that we can have a better result when we ask it at a quicker pace. So right there, waiting for him to get soft in my hands. He's kind of getting soft on either side, and that's just normal, but I want him to give both sides, just like right there. You know how we're doing it, you know, this method of getting them going, it does, you know, we do kind of break these parts of their body apart, and we ask them separately, you know, to where we can pick up their head and get it acting somewhat independent from the body, and we can pick up their shoulders and get it isolated and acting somewhat independent from the body. And all of this stuff is just tools that we're teaching these horses so that this horse can go on and become disciplined in the arena or the job that this horse is going to go on and do. And so, but our hands and our feet work together. My feet are on this horse, pushing this horse forward, and my hands are just to guide and to control this head and neck. My feet are their job is to control the body of this horse, to move his hips over, to move his shoulders over, his rib cage, be able to ask for some more speed, whether we're at a walk or whether we're moving forward or coming backward. You know, my feet are handling the body, and my hands are handling the head and neck. So just like at the walk, I'm just gonna take my feet off, wait till he gets soft, and give that softness back to him. This side, he's a little heavy when I pick up, so I'm just kind of bumping him off of that. I want to pick up and him come all the way across, him come all the way to me willingly. I pick up and he kind of waits right there. Now I want him to come come all the way. So I'm going to continue to work on this at the walk and trot to make sure that we have it really good. This week, like I said, I'll work on it more at the lope, but I want to get this really good at a walk and trot before we add the speed of the lope to it. Like I said, with him, we need to spend some more time at the lope. And it's just time to add that in with all the colts we have right now, where right now they'll kick up into that lope and they'll go somewhere and they'll steer around, but it's definitely time to kind of get that better with them and work on that specifically. So like I said, that's what we'll be working on next week to help all that. But so like right there, I like how he's really starting to read my feet. When I take my feet off, he's already stopping. He's already stopping before I pick my hands up. And so I like that a lot because, you know, that horse understands that we're about to stop. And so it takes that resistance out of that horse to where, you know, he's bracing up. He's bracing up in his face and his mouth because he's not sure, you know, in an instance to where when somebody just stops off of their hands, when they just stop off of, you know, pulling on the mouth, that horse is not sure when that stop is going to come. And so he's going to travel with a little bit of resistance to a point, depending on how hard that person pulls on him to stop him. But so like this right here, I really like how, you know, I move this horse forward with my feet, and when I take my feet off, he knows it's time to stop. And then as we progress, I can pick up on my hands at the very same time as I take my feet off, and to get that into, you know, bring all of that together to where it's not two different motions. It appears to be one motion. But this stop as well, you know, I'm going to advance my hand position as this horse gets better and more familiar with what I'm asking him to do. I'm going to be able to ask him to stop with my hands right here instead of taking them down to my knees. It's just, you know, we teach them at that point to where they kind of understand. Maybe they have a little better ability to understand what we're asking them to do. But, you know, we'll be able to ask them to stop by right here pretty soon, as he understands the concept of when I pick up on those reins, you know, he's supposed to get soft on that. And so the direction of the pull won't be as big of a deal to him, because he understands the concept and he'll be able to figure out what I'm asking him to do. And it's the same with flexing. As he gets better, I'll be able to take my hand to right here and be able to ask him to flex to where my hands, you know, everything I'm asking him to do, I have control, and I have control with my hands up in front of the saddle horn. And so we're going to progress and get to that spot, but we want to teach them in a manner to where they understand and they have the best chance of understanding, and then we refine from that point. So overall, I really like how he's coming along. I like how he's picked up on getting soft, going around this circle, bending at that circle. He's getting really soft and nice. I like how he's really getting an understanding. When I pick up on those reins, he needs to get soft and give back to me. I really like how he's learned that so far this week, and he's really done a good job with it. Overall, he's done really well this week. I'm excited to continue on his training and share with you what he looks like next week. We'll catch up with you on the next one.